Okay, so another name added to the growing list of women accusing New York Governor Andrew Cuomo of inappropriate contact. Sherry Ville is her name. She lives in upstate New York. She's claiming that the governor crossed the line when he paid a visit to her home, which is right outside of Rochester, to survey flood damage back in 2017. Take a listen.
I thought he was going to pet my dog, but instead he wedged his face between the dog and mine and kissed me on the other cheek in what I felt was highly sexual manner. He stopped, he turned to me and said, "You are beautiful." That made me feel even more uncomfortable. I felt as though he was coming on to me in my own home.
Governor Cuomo is already the focus of two separate investigations and continued calls from lawmakers for him to resign. His advisors have been in damage control mode for nearly 2 months. Reputation doctor Mike Paul joining us this morning with some insight into Cuomo's crisis strategy. Good morning to you, Mike. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
So let's get into it, Mike, because if anyone knows how to handle a crisis, it seems to be you. We are on the outside looking in here, right? What can you tell us about the damage control strategy behind closed doors that the governor and his advisors are putting into play right now to deal with this? 9 women now.
9 women, but some would say that politics is in the midst of this because obviously we're talking about a sitting Democratic governor in New York State. The answer to me is fairly simple. People on the opposing side don't like to hear it, which is you have to make sure that there is clear and convincing evidence. There is a legal portion of this that is moving forward right now. He is not answering questions on a daily basis about it because there is this legal process. There's an investigation by the New York Attorney General's office. There's an investigation by the New York Assembly. And we also have a COVID crisis in the midst of it. So on a daily basis, you see his emphasis, which is getting shots in arms, and he's not seeking to talk about it on a daily basis.
Mike, let me get to your first point there. Clear and convincing evidence. You listening to these women's accounts of what happened, do you feel that there's clear and convincing evidence here? Because if you were part of the governor's crisis team, how would you handle this situation?
Well, if I was part of the governor's crisis team, my job would be to defend him. And one of the things that I would say, for example, with the latest woman who came out of the woodwork is to repeat his answer, which is, I'm an Italian guy. I'm an affectionate guy. I was there to talk to you about what you were going through. And I thought that the way to comfort you was to kiss you on 2 cheeks like I do with a lot of people. I've known the governor since 1982. I've known the Cuomo family that long as well. I have gotten a kiss from the governor on both cheeks. And I'm not Italian. It's just who he is. Does it make some people uncomfortable? It might. But there's a different line when you're dealing with sexual assault or sexual harassment, in my opinion, with that given,
and
excuse me, example.
And there's multiple things swirling at the same time, right? It's not just this sexual assault, sexual harassment allegations. There's the nursing home scandal, and now there's the latest about getting his own family coronavirus testing all at the same time. And all of that, the most recent polling shows that New Yorkers do not think that the governor should resign. What kind of impact are those polls having on the governor and his decision?
Well, those polls, I think, are critical. If the majority of people who elected him are saying that we want you to stay, are saying that we need you through this crisis, are saying that we're concerned about the uptick that's coming now and in the coming months before September, before kids get into school and vacations also happen and people get back to work this fall, those are all factors. That might not be the answers that some of the women want individually, but you have to look at it holistically as to whether he's going to step down or whether he's going to continue.
Yeah, what do you think,
I know
Mike?
the man, he's not stepping down. And by the way, I wouldn't, if you were my client individually as anchors, and I have also, ironically, helped anchors who have been in trouble in the past with sexual harassment and sexual assault, I would say to you, you need to at least wait to make sure this investigation comes back so that you can thoroughly see what the allegations are from a professional whose job it is to seek them out, not just to have a news cycle.
It's a little different because the company could let you go, whereas this, the governor has to step down.
Well, that's different, right? You're absolutely right. He was elected by the people.
Yeah.
we also live in a state where it's a no-fault state. You can be fired just because they think that it's time for you to be fired in New York State.
All right, Mike, there's a lot of things playing here. We appreciate your information today. You have that reputation of being the man who can come in and help resolve some of these issues, so thanks for your insight.
Well, let me add one last thing.
Sure.
There is no morality clause in being an elected official, right? If you're an athlete, if you work for a company, in those examples, there might be a morality clause that would have you step down. Remember, we had a president who wasn't stepping down for things much, much worse than what Governor Cuomo was charged with. And it's the people who speak in the electoral process that allows them to stay.
That's the morality clause right there, the voters.
That's exactly right.
All right, Mike, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Take care.